Well, much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This taken in at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Secondary past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
From the 45 on second down, Wilson. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He's going to field this at the 4. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Quick throw going to be caught by Foster. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Well, kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On 2nd down now, Duckworth. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson, he'll get this one to Galladay. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On 3rd down, Kendrick. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They go play action now. Wilson. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Open man is Trey Burton. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Wilson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds here.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Boy, so that likely would have forced a 4th down were it not for the penalty. Instead, a gift of 15 yards.
That's a tough way to get a gift, isn't it? But the yardage, secondary to what you just described. The big result, a free first down.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Second down at 5.
Now a give, right side. Duckworth. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Now it's Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Returnable for Grant. The 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Tua sets up to pass it. Throw left side, complete to Foster. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
He's crashing. He's checking crack. Watch twins.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin. Room to run for Gaskin. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries in the ballgame. So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring him.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and sing kumbaya with the offensive line, doesn't he? Big-time openings for him. Gets him all the way down to the 2-yard line. Let's see if they can pound it in.
Gaskin will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up. I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now they'll throw here to his running back. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Here's Wilson. A little check down to Lindsey. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On on second down, Kendrick. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Wilson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a give right side. Duckworth finding room to the 20 and down to the 16-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He's got Fuller. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive is going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
A gain of 6 there on first. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. There's Wilson to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he goes out right around the 39.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Again, Wilson.
That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Wilson. This one caught by Davis. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Wilson. And bringing it in, it's Davis. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a big play that time by the Jets, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. This is Penny, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Elijah Penny as the first half is winding down.
And the Jets are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to 4.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
2nd and 7.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's Gaskin, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, are we done?
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Set, ready, blue 32. Watch the run, watch the run. March 56, March 56. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
They'll run now with Gaskin. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, and that is caught. It's Davis. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Kendrick, he takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And all the way in. Touchdown. Davis. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Second and 6.
Here's Tua.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On third down, Duckworth. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Foster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there for the Dolphins.
So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond. But on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got to him. The net result, though, a considerable gain.
Finding Gaskin underneath.
Touchdown, Dolphins. Myles Gaskin. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On first down, Wilson. Open man is Galladay, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From just shy of midfield, Wilson. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. He is out of bounds inside the 35.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll run on first down. Kendrick. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll keep it on the ground. Kendrick. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth quarter lead.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Here we go. Set. 60. Pittsburgh.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
A give, running right, Lindsey. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Throwing is Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Davis. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Davis with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in the tight one. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 126 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better really as the night's gone on. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
50 seconds to mine. 50 seconds to mine. Bring it. 38. Watch the eye. Check. Check.
This is Gaskin on the carry. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. The carry here for the big tight end. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Check 99. Check 99.
On first down, Duckworth, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So they'll try to move the ball closer here on third down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Pressure kick, and I thought he was going to hit it. I thought we were destined for overtime, but not the case.
Not at all, and they were already planning for the overtime you just mentioned, already saying, okay, what are we going to do if we get the ball? What happens on defense? Instead of that celebration and that little bit of euphoria, it turned into letdown city.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. On the run, it's Penny. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.